Okay, once upon a time. It's Mommy's here. I forgot. See, it's fun now. We're at Mommy's house. I had to set up all this stuff.
This is weird.
There's like
40 zillion things. I don't know.
There's
what
a lot
we're
of
doing.
things around us right now.
I'm trapped. I can't even move.
Anyway, this is season 7, episode. What are we on? 17. Its title is Chosen. So I don't know what that's gonna be about. Who is the Guardian? Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, what is there?
Gingerbread Mom.
Well, where'd you get the cookie from? The grill. You don't get a cookie out of
Oh,
the
it's
grill.
on a grill. Yeah, you don't grill cookies.
Ain't no way.
Don't you know there are starving children in Arendelle?
Arendelle's a prosperous nation.
So scared.
Just because they ate a lot doesn't mean they can't wipe their mouths. They're
I
old
know.
enough.
He's just gonna eat us.
Don't touch me. What's happening to your necklace?
Yeah. What happened?
What happened? Pattern.
When you look that good, you
You fall pretty.
Yeah.
You even fall
Yeah,
pretty.
I would fall ugly.
I'd fall like a mess.
I made a reservation for tomorrow night at our place.
You're gonna be eating alone.
I got it. Now we can cure Henry and break this curse.
That's
Great.
easy.
I mean, yeah, she used organic deodorant and dabbled in freeganism. I mean, eating rubbish was not my finest moment. At least Kelly didn't kill a
Dumpster
munchkin.
diving?
I don't mean to micromanage you making breakfast, but what?
They're Mickey off the pancakes.
Oh my gosh.
Jay, sorry I haven't called. I was focusing on the interview. Went well.
Jay's what Nick used to call her.
Smiley face.
Ooh, work it out, girl.
I guess that's
Nice. You know, even in the curse.
There's a camera shadow on him.
Still dig
Way to
it.
go, Lana.
Whoa.
You're particularly familiar with.
That's an
her
awesome
brain,
knife.
and you're gonna help me make her pay for what she did.
It's got striations, which tells me it's not real, though. Or it would break if you tried to use it.
Forged in fire.
I watched Forged in Fire.
Patrolman found his car on the side of the road with a flat tire.
Good thing it's directly in front of the troll. Oh, look, I got an ad at the bottom. This was recorded in Canada.
I actually just need to make a phone call first. I'll be right there.
This way.
She just transforms her
Yeah,
walk
it just-
into
she just-
the Wicked Witch.
Exactly.
Kelly. So how does it feel to finally be chosen before Regina?
Funny.
Burn.
Captain Gus.
Hansel.
Oh, bummer.
When your list is that long of people you screwed over, it's hard to know.
You're blind.
I am, yeah.
Did you trip over her in the woods? How'd you find her?
Let's see that you. Let's get you something to eat.
It's feel very young Frankenstein.
And then when we slayed all those giants and you decided I was Jack the Giant Killer, then suddenly I was a hero.
You guys killed a bunch of giants together?
And maybe since I'm the author, I can fix things. Henry.
You get kidnapped all the time and you're not good at it.
Luckily, I always have extra batter in the fridge.
That's a tiny amount. You're a food truck. Oh shoot. Pretty man.
Don't forget why I woke you up. Prince Naveen.
Oh, he knows.
Whoa!
We drew, and I came to collect.
What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening, Mommy?
And that requires a very different weapon.
Did we always forget Gothel's a thing?
My necklace.
Yeah,
Where's she?
So what?
Why'd she just always lose her magic?
What are you doing on a bed?
So was she trip over a rock and lost her?
It happens. Where'd she get this other dress?
And then you nurture the flames.
Is he
And
gonna
then
end
you
up
use a
being-
match.
Don't you just love how the flames dance?
You can't see them.
That's really mean.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
It's okay.
Can you imagine how they dance?
What do you see?
Someone who's not green. He's picturing someone not green. So did he just have that outfit in his
Is that? I thought
cabin?
it was the same outfit.
Is it just the under part of it?
No, I don't know.
Because she had one with the boob thing.
This car was found abandoned with a flat tire, so I...
In front of the troll, which has a security camera. Look at it.
You know,
Gingerbread
that
house.
was Lucy, but
Jane. Who's ever called me that?
You can see the reflection of the shade that was over them when they were filming in the car. Okay, you're a cop. Don't drive like that.
Bam! All my memories came flooding back to me.
How and why?
hey, do not make her a part of your delusional fantasy.
Whoa, whoa. For someone afraid of fire, he has an open fireplace.
I was thinking that too.
Regina's like, well, I walked in, I might as well start drinking.
Anyone to surviving, to putting the past behind you.
To alcoholism. Are you gonna blind that witch? Are you gonna give the blindness from the guy to the witch? What? She can fly.
Yeah, she said.
Took his eyeballs. Trade the eyeballs.
And Wicked always wins.
Yes, it does. Why is that upside down?
Dr. Kelly,
Lana, don't get creative.
crazy.
Upside down shots, no.
Ronnie, can you get that?
Are you busy? Can you not get it?
I've been a bit tied up.
That's funny. So was Chad.
What? How'd you find him?
Yeah.
It's Chad. He's at the airport.
Why is everyone lying to everyone? 7 seasons in and no one knows how to trust people.
No.
And ask for help.
So wait,
Yeah.
is that you?
You're the first person to see through the green.
What, you're green? Wait, what?
Just sprinkle this dust into your eyes and your vision will be restored.
Put dust in your eyes.
You're a monster! Now go! Get out of my house!
Just throw it in his face.
Yeah, now you can see when I punch you. Whoa.
You don't deserve to walk away from this!
Stupid child. It's time you learned a lesson.
Oh, she's the one that done burnt him.
Yep.
Just the arms, though.
You mess with a witch.
You get burned.
You get burned.
Eh.
The kid actually had it coming.
You don't pull a knife on someone. She was just gonna throw a tantrum, throw some stuff in the fire, and leave, probably.
She's actually gonna give him his sight first and
Yeah.
then leave.
This doesn't seem like a trap at all. I'm gonna run to you.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell him? Or should I?
You tell him, because you already seem crazy.
It's time for me to just kill you.
Wow.
Have some beer.
You know, women aren't that strong.
She works out.
She does spin class, I guess.
They said to keep Nick handcuffed in the basement. I'm not even going to ask where Ronnie's got those.
Ah. Don't kiss.
Okay, what's the story on this?
Yeah, what's the deal? What's the deal there? Beignet voodoo doll?
Do,
The other
do,
bike.
do, do, do,
Do,
do,
do,
do,
do,
do,
do,
do.
do.
This is an old family heirloom.
Well, I mean, it's just yours. It's
I'm
not.
happy to wear it.
What's happening?
Something, hoodoo, voodoo, and all that weird crap.
I believe you know her as Mother Gothel.
Yeah, where is she?
Yeah.
You don't know her.
She's
She's
been
my grandmother.
hanging out knowing that other people have stuff going on right now.
Sorry, boy.
You're out of here.
You're a wild card.
We don't like wild cards.
And I'm taking you out of the deck.
Wait, okay, so I'm confused. Why did Beignet trust magic attached to him?
Yeah, what was the
Or was that a different doll altogether?
what was the secret ingredient?
I don't know. Mommy, you're hiding behind the box. You should put your hands over. No. Your fingers
Weird.
don't go over. This episode was all about Zelena. Is she leaving too now?
Apparently, that's why that was probably her last episode.
Can we... They're like, hey, let's go
Chipping
in order
at it.
of best characters and just knock them
Just
out.
like knock-
Let's just break it down to like what's happening in the current time and in the past time. She fell and bruised her magic.
She bruised her magic.
All the flashbacks were Zelena went to go
Kick
beat
it.
up a witch because the town's too not big enough for 2 witches. She took care of the other ones. She didn't even try to rescue Hansel and Gretel over there.
Because she's a witch.
Because
She's
she
wicked.
don't care. And then the blind witch that's not blind right then beats her up and knocks her around a little bit, and she breaks her magic.
She zapped her, and I think she damaged the necklace, and it damaged, and she made her turn. She went like sparkly.
Yeah, you don't want to get hurt in sparkly ever. And then she wanders off and then passes out, and then a blind dude says he finds her. When a blind person finds you, they tripped on you
that's
or
what
bumped into you.
And her necklace was broken. He fixed it.
Yeah.
And then he talks sweet to her.
And he was nice.
That's the thing. When you're a bad person and the person talks nice to you, it's easy for you to
easy.
get all fall in love with them.
So she's like, I don't know how long she stayed with him, but she stayed a while.
Yeah.
Hansel and Gretel's dad, she finds that out, but she doesn't tell him.
That
what-
they're locked up in a
She
witch.
doesn't even tell him, because also she knew if she said that he would try to go rescue them and he would get killed. So it was still kind of like
She
nice-ish.
kind of saved him.
She saved his life. And then, but anyway, in the flashbacks, she gets healthy enough to go back, goes and fights the witch, blinds her, like takes her sight. She goes in
tried
there.
to do the right
She tried to do the right thing. She's like, hey, someone else could juice your eyeballs. And she goes in there, and Hansel and Gretel are already gone.
She thinks they're it.
She thinks they got it, so she's all sad. She was going to go back and tell him. Like, she was
I'm
actually
sorry,
going to
your
go back
kids
and
are
tell
dead.
him. And then she's like, I also got some eyes for you. But Hansel and Gretel are there, and I already said that Zelena was super mean, and so the guy's mad at her.
And doesn't want sight.
Yeah, I don't care how mad I am at you. If you can fix something that's wrong with my body, like, I could hate a doctor, but if he's going to fix me, I'll let him do it. He doesn't want the eyes. Hansel's all mad, and so he pulls a knife on her. She was just going to throw a fit. She was going to do the right thing. Then she got mad. She was going to throw a fit and just throw the eye dust away. And then Hansel pulls a knife on her, and so she burns him a bit. And then she leaves.
She didn't burn his whole body.
You should count yourself lucky.
You got a wicked witch who is going to give your daddy his vision back and then leave.
And then leave.
And then you pull a knife on her and
And
all she
what-
has on your arms. You better consider yourself lucky.
What comes your way, you deserve. But yeah, she had every opportunity to kill them. She didn't. So it's not like she's like. I mean, she's not great, but she ain't super bad.
She is wicked.
She's wicked. And so that leaves Hansel hating not only like all witches, but definitely has something out
And then he
specifically.
then he apparently blames her for his sister making bad choices after the fact.
Yeah. People make their own choices. And then in current times, Henry is still locked up with Nick Jack Hansel, and he's trying to convince Henry that all this is real and trying to explain stuff, and talks about his mom and his aunt, and even shows Henry that he's the father, and is like, look, I'm basically a superhero. I'm ridding the world of evil.
I'm doing good.
I'm doing good works out here. Help me. But Henry's like, okay, you're crazy, and keeps trying to like find ways to get out, but he's not really good. And Jack knows all of his tricks because they like lived and grew up together practically. Zelena's fiance keeps calling, but she's not answering any of his calls, and she's all conflicted about that. She takes the chocolates to the police, and Rogers just only has his Rogers side of the brain, so he's trying to figure all that out.
I think she calls him captain.
And he's like, no, detective. Oh, yeah, it's nothing. But she goes and talks to Rumpel, and Rumpel says that it was Hansel. They don't know who he is in town, but they know it's Hansel that did this. And the whole thing about, like, Henry's car's been missing. His car's been missing. I thought it was going to be, like, they can find out who took him because he parked in front of a troll that we already established has a security camera
And
pointed
that's
at
never
it.
even brought up.
They found out where his car was left, but didn't even bother looking at the security footage.
Like they always just forget what happened in the previous episode.
Well, that's the problem when you have tons of different writers and tons of different directors.
We usually get previously on. Don't they even know what happened the day before?
They should watch their own show.
They should.
Yeah, so...
Where's Gothel?
No one, forget about her. Nick has been text Jacinda saying he was, through Henry's phone, pretend to be Henry, saying that he's in New York and had his interview, but he calls her Jay, which I noticed right away, and I'm not even her.
I forgot about that.
And so she thinks that Henry's okay, but then they find out Henry didn't catch his plane. Oh yeah, then Rogers asked her to like review the text, and he's like, I love how he caught it too. He's like, do you know something weird, stupid lady? Reread it.
And there's a gingerbread.
There's a gingerbread house in your car?
And it ain't Christmas.
So then they realize that it's Hansel as Nick, or Nick thinks he's Hansel, and he goes and rescues Henry. Oh, before all this, because he goes to get Henry out, but Hansel's already doing stuff, because Hansel, again, I don't know, like, Henry, I guess, mentioned that Kelly's from San Francisco. I think he mentioned she had a fiance, I'm not sure. But Hansel's like, okay, I know how to get to her now. He finds her fiance somehow.
Yeah, we don't know that part.
That don't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. Ronnie and Kelly they're getting all loaded for bear. They got a tire iron and a baseball bat, and they're going to be ready for Hansel, for war for him at the bar.
At the bar. No one does anything smart on this show.
Oh, and Rumple, to arm Kelly, Selena, gives her the necklace.
And it
No
doesn't
guns, no,
It doesn't give her any power, though.
she has no power.
So he just gave her a pretty necklace to try and remind her of who she was and how she
Resourceful.
didn't need power. It's like, so you didn't help at all, Rumple. Okay, you gave me a crowbar and a necklace.
And then your pet peeve of how on this show,
What?
how they always do things. They never.
No one ever trusts anyone. No one ever like you'd think it's like watching Buffy and you're like, there were a lot of seasons in Buffy, you haven't shown any character growth. It's like, have these people not learned that they could turn to the people they trust for help? So Kelly gets a call and it's from Chad, but it's really from Nick, who has Chad somehow, and then she doesn't trust anyone, and so she decides to send Regina off.
The girl with the crowbar.
The girl with the crowbar. You could use that.
In the high heels with the spiky heel on it. Why'd you use her?
Heels are weapons a lot in this show.
On other shows too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she sends Regina off instead of, like, trusting her or using her or anything. And here's one other thing I don't get. How did... Okay, Selena's in the bar, and then all of a sudden, Nick and Chad are in the keg room.
How'd they get in there? Is there a back door? Why don't you call the one cop that is actually awake, that knows that these things are coming down?
Rumple's like, I gave you a necklace, that's all I can do. So Selena's waiting for this showdown, and then is like clearing the bar with her bat, and then goes into the keg room, and he's already in there with Chad tied up, and he's waiting to corner her in the keg room, and starts saying a bunch of stuff about like Zelina, and like just a big confrontation, and he tries to kill her. Yeah, they monologued a lot. Yeah. He tries to kill her. She turns the tables because apparently in TV shows, tiny girls can overpower grown men with knives. And then she has a chance to kill him, but then she doesn't, and then she just knocks him out. And then her fiance's like, look, I don't know your story or your history or whatever, but like I signed up for all this, so I'm gonna be
here. You had the chance to kill him, but you didn't.
Which means you're a saint, apparently. Decides to like still be engaged with her, and they're gonna go back to San Francisco. So Zelina's leaving now.
That's probably I'm serious.
Well, and one thing I was watching this scene. I wonder if it wasn't like her last episode was close to it, because like she really looked like she was crying in that scene.
I was gonna say those were real tears.
You always see that on shows when you're like, oh, they're really gonna leave, because like the emotions heightened.
I think they were really crying.
Yeah,
or both of them.
Yeah, because it was probably like
really
anyway.
That was probably Last Dance.
Or close to it. Yeah, so she just decides to leave, but Robin's gonna stay, and she tells her that it's all gonna make sense soon.
Oh, one thing we missed is early on in the episode, Ronnie is out getting moths for part of the spell to break.
And they can just cure Henry.
Yeah, you need a moth.
I feel like they brushed over that.
They just gotta we got a moth, and we're gonna break that curse.
Cured now. How'd they find out how to cure him?
I don't.
Something involving moths.
Yeah.
So apparently they have the means to cure Henry now.
But now Ronnie can do it by herself, so
it's all
go
good.
get your wedding in order, and it's happening in a couple of weeks.
Yes, that's why Zelina is.
Or months.
I don't know. Also, during all this, Naveen, what's his name in here again? Drew? I think Cute boy, who is working in the beignet food truck, and you don't really know, he's clearly, doing something shady with Facilier. Other pretty man.
Older and younger pretty man.
Both pretty men. You realize that Drew Naveen is actually awake, not just working with Samdi, but working with Facilier. And the whole point of it was he wanted Sabine to trust him enough to show him how to make like her recipe, and so she gave trust to him, and he's violating that trust, and so broken trust is powerful, and he sprinkles some powdered sugar from beignet onto a voodoo doll.
And something about, it's a trust beignet.
It's a trust beignet.
And he sprinkled some of the trust onto a voodoo doll.
Okay.
Thank you. Whatever.
Oh, also Zelina, backtracking a little bit, Zelina gave her necklace to Robin. I wonder if that's going to come into play in any way. So at the end, Jack, Nick, Hansel is in jail and in like an interrogation room, and Facilier shows up and says that he was the one that woke him up, and he woke him up so he could like start taking out the witches and eventually get to Gothel because he wants to knock out competition for someone who also wants Rumple's dagger. And Nick, he kind of sidetracked that by going after Zelina and getting himself caught. So he's like, you're not useful to me anymore. so I'm gonna kill you. And he pulls out a voodoo doll, which I don't know if it was the same trust
It looked like
beignet
the same
voodoo
one.
doll
It looked like the same one.
or not, but he pokes it and kills Nick Jack Hansel, and that's the end of the episode. Credits. I noticed the directing differences. Someone told me like right before that this was
I saw
Lana
it,
directed, but there was differences. Also, I saw camera shadow like twice, and I saw a reflection of a shade on a car. And I did not approve of all the scenes. I didn't like the one shot where it's like shot on the reflection and then back up to them.
There was a couple of really
it was like
creative.
It was
cute
art
little-
style. It was like art
like
school.
through the spokes.
Yeah,
of the,
I know that too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shots. I'm
was
like,
cute.
It's good. It was artsy, but it also felt like someone in film school going,
It was.
I'm gonna be good in artsy.
I'm gonna say this, and she will hate this.
What?
They were feminine art choices.
Oh yeah,
Artsy
girly.
Girl,
No, I like
artsy
Ralph
choices.
Hemecker's directing best, and not just
I do
because
too.
I used to live at his house.
No.
I lived at his house. Ralph Hemecker, who directs most of these episodes, I lived at his house more than he did.
I know.
He was
always.
He was home
he was
4
always
months
there.
out of the year. I was
He
there
was either in New York or up there.
all the other months out of the year. And I took art, concept art. That's why I had the concept art. I got it from his house. Didn't steal it. Was given me. Also, I never told people this. When I used to be there, there was like plot layouts written on the whiteboard from Once Upon a Time. So I used to know stuff back when season 1 was being made and 2. I can't remember. Anyway, is that good? I think it's good.
That's good.
Um,
Confusing a little bit at the end there.
Yeah. And it's also kind of sad because it's like they're gonna wrap this up soon. And I think the problem was they really did assume they were gonna get another season. Even like back in like the first or second episode of this season, when he's like, "You're gonna have enough to write a new book," and he's like, "Maybe 2." It was totally him saying, "We might get another
We
season."
hope so.
So it feels like they were like just trying to lay a lot of
Cram
groundwork
it
for
in,
next
yeah.
season's story, and now it's not coming. They're gonna have to try and wrap it up really quick, which
Yeah.
we'll see how this all gets pulled together. Not many episodes left, so
Made me hungry for.
I want a beignet.
I was thinking that, or those
Mickey pancakes.
All
All right, I'm gonna go
me
eat.
too.
You're gonna go eat too. Catch you guys later. If we forgot anything or left anything out, drop a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Until next time, like this.